Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts in the world you are. I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far. Welcome to our Tactical Tuesday stream, where everyone's welcome to come and play and join in the shenanigans as we play some Northgard. So I'll just create our custom lobby now and hit the invite and get the invites sent to those that are already online. And set up the AI. There we go. There we go. Right, so we've got Northgard now, and then next we've got some Age of Empires. Oh, dearie me. Age of Empires 2, and then we'll have some Ready or Not after that as well. Evening, Cookie.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
Hey, SB4, how are you? Lovely to have you here. How was your stream playing Occupy Mars? You enjoy it? If you're not already following SB4, by the way, you definitely should do at twitch.tv/SB4. Infinity Simplex, welcome in. Lovely to have you here. We have an Einstein. Is that everyone?
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, we got a strong lineup, so do we really need more?
Yep, I'm just checking if we had more.
Ah, that would be wonderful, though.
You have 2 screens. Nice. Okay, we've got angst. Let's get ourselves underway. Oh, hang on. I should probably
do
that.
Hello.
I'm really hoping I'm not the one on the front line.
I'm going random, so we'll see how that goes. I better get like, squirrel.
World strong, though.
Yeah, just bad at it.
Yeah, the early war chief is really pushing, though. I got bear, so that's fine.
Oh god, I got dragon.
Well, dragon is quite strong, so.
I hate dragon. I hate it so much. It's my second to. I'm really bad at it, and it's the only one I hate more is turtle. Turtle has basically all the same.
Straight up sucks.
It's not just about power. It's just like how it functions. It's
I mean, both. Is everyone on one team, by the way? Just asking for a friend, because I can see everyone.
Okay, give me a minute. Sorry. I'm really looking forward to the next 4 years being passed.
Yes.
God damn, this is ridiculous.
Ah, yes. Slight concerns on the other 4 monitors.
Well, I think some smaller companies I work with are going to go bust. Because of tariffs on stuff they've already got on the water.
Oof.
I'm struggling to find my way around it. So
I mean, the China tariffs are like insanely high.
Yeah, and
Like-
if you've invoice financed your container, these are companies I work with pro bono. They're smaller businesses. Though they're just quite frankly, like there's no way around it.
I had their
Because even if they pay the tariffs and land the stuff, they're going to then have to sell it at a loss because they've already agreed sale contracts.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, anyone who traded futures before this is like really gonna pay double too. Like, yeah, pre-agreed prices are gonna be like really bad. Like for anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how much I'm holding back from talking about this. Like, understand me, I'm on your side here. It is, yeah. I talked about it elsewhere. It is, I'm very sympathetic to people who are not doing well in this situation. I'm trying to be abstract here, and it is taking a lot of work for me to not, because I'm talking about this constantly elsewhere. So it's like really hard to.
Oh, since when do we obscure talking about the politics?
We don't. It's just me that's like deliberately have tried to get out of like my, because I don't want this to be another soapbox where I'm just like constantly ranting about things.
That sounds reasonable. And don't worry, the other people do not care if you rant about it. They don't think about you at all, or other people,
Wow.
just in general.
Wow.
I mean, that's good, I guess. Probably.
Or not.
just-
I for one am excited for having Canada join the EU.
I'm
That's
super
interesting.
looking forward to my sixth once in a lifetime recession.
Yeah. Once in a lifetime. Is it like the 100-year floods thing we have every year? Or-
That's the ones, because climate change isn't a thing
yeah.
either. Yeah.
Entirely reasonable, like, okay. Oh, I like it. The enemy is here, and have, like, 4 tiles to me. So that's gonna be fun. I gotta go. Early trainings camp. I have to push military.
Today, one of the things I got to look at, for the things that are going so well, and why I've spent half my day dealing with problems, is that there's, in amongst all of these once in a lifetime events, the one of there are potentially several 100,000 people about to lose their health insurance, life insurance.
Yeah.
So I am working to prevent that happening.
Yeah, that's also like a thing. And also, isn't there also like a huge amount of cut Medicaid, and with a drop off?
Oh, and VA cuts, because the current administration is so for veterans.
Yeah, of course.
But,
And like also they fired a bunch of them because
and
and a
then-
surprising amount of veterans work in the government. Like who would have thought?
Yeah, those DI hires? That's fucking veterans, for those that don't know.
Yeah, that's mostly veterans.
Like,
I was like,
I have today been working on trying to preserve people's life insurance. Also to those very same veterans that are being laid off. Thanks for their services, they're being booted out the door.
yeah,
Are also in a position that they are incredibly likely to they've lost their representation because the current administration went, lol, didn't mean it to their bargaining agreement, so they're no longer allowed to be represented by a union in several areas now. The union dues that were coming out of their pay packet, all of the payroll providers have stopped providing those to the unions, while still taking them from the people and then trying to figure out later how they could hand it back. Maybe. And
with their pockets?
Back to the individuals.
Yeah, sure. Very believable.
And their payroll provider, they're intermediaries. They don't have a dog in the fight. They're doing what they've been told. And then, in addition to that, then all of the unions then need to set up a direct payment relationship with all of those people. So, of the work that I can talk about right now, I've had to work out how to deal with all of those things, and today is only fucking Tuesday. Like,
don't worry. If it comes to, we have 4 weeks of only 4 work days in a row in Germany now.
Yeah,
is that harming you in any capacity?
I'm happy for everyone else is going to get time off.
Because it doesn't sound like you will get any for like 4 years at least.
Yeah, that is kind of the guess right now.
Yeah.
Like, while also trying to explain to people that I work with, I'm like, this is not a you problem. You're going to die if you do the same things I do. That's not how this works. What you need to do is take your freaking holiday, because it's that time of year that they've got to use it or lose it.
Yeah.
No worries. That's fine. How was your stream? How did you enjoy the game?
But it's fine. They will take it all back in like 3 days anyway, only leaving behind a huge amount of like mistrust and everything that exists.
Maybe on some of the trade stuff.
Yeah, but not the other stuff.
But not the other stuff. No, they've worked years to prevent people from having union representation. They're not going to give up on that, right?
Which is kinda interesting because they don't want any union representation. Not police unions though; those are fine.
Well, although, funnily enough, the leopard did eat the face of one of the police unions in one state as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because that is very surprising.
So for those who don't know, police
historically really pro this government.
Well, so the police unions typically, because they're seen by, rightly or wrongly, to be voting for the administration that is currently in power, are typically left alone on any union attacks. Not this time.
Interesting.
Leopards eating faces. Who could have predicted that, right?
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, there's a very interesting subreddit for that. It's hilarious and also very sad.
And just in case you want a song to, vibe with for the next few years, as there's a song for you.
Oh, is it on stream? Because I don't know. Where did you post it?
YouTube video on stream in stream chat.
Oh, wonderful, thank you. Oh yeah, I know that one. That's great.
Thing is, everyone internationally has to remember that virtually none of this represents the people of the nations we are talking about. Same as...
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everyday Belarusians, the vast majority of them don't agree with their dictator. a large percentage of Russians have no interest in Putin's policies. It is exactly the same in the US. Unfortunately, it's also an abject lesson in propaganda.
I mean, yeah, of course. It's like, reminds me of that one time Britain did the Brexit thingy, and then 2 weeks later they did interviews, and they had no clue what Brexit was about. Oh, that's similar good piece of propaganda.
It's exactly the same thing, right? Because I spent a lot of my time, I think Brexit was pre-me streaming. I spent a large amount of my time as a subject matter expert telling people what would happen with Brexit, which all of the things I predicted would happen, happened. And then people were, well, how could we have known? I was like, you were telling me, I told you for years, and while you were saying companies wouldn't do insert things with Brexit, they would just do insert other thing, I was working for the companies instructing me to do the things. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You were informed thusly.
I think there's a lot of people who think that when you tell someone something during election year or whatever, they're just trying to get one up on you, so they just kind of zone it out. And then when it actually happens, like, wait, what? That is literally what we've seen here. They don't think it's a thing. We need to go into this.
Oh, stupid elf. Oh, god damn, I still lost a person to it. But everything's been great. Also, slightly frustratingly, if you are a student of history, all of these things come from a certain playbook.
Yeah.
And it's not a good one. Yeah, like if you offshore a camp that concentrates lots of people into a small space and then send people there illegally, as found by your own courts, and then go, can't get them back anyway. And that prison, or let's call it a camp because it's really just bunk beds, concentrates lots of people and has never released anyone. Does that sound familiar in the slightest to anyone? Yeah, I'm going full lethal and ready or not tonight. Reduce the cons.
Lumber here for whoever needs.
Ah, great wolves. Oh, foxes, in fact. Yes, I know you're freezing. That's...
Sorry, folks. I lent my neighbor a pressure washer. She couldn't get it running. Yeah.
No worries.
Good thing I finished getting rid of all the enemies before doing this. So, little problem. Oh, what article did you post? Oh yeah, that problem. Yeah, that's opening an entire different box. Well, technically the same box. Well, still quite a big of a constitutional crisis.
Not a problem that's on my list of things I have to deal with, but one that I feel very sorry for that particular person and their family.
Yes. And also, not quite a good precedent.
Well, lots of people have said that about him before. Oh, president. Sorry, I thought...
Yeah, president.
I misunderstood. I do apologize.
There's very important difference to some. Those people would be very upset if they could read.
The problem is, right?
Sailors is approaching.
That is also a problem. Okay. Yes.
That is a problem. Time to build a tower just to prevent the sailors from wrecking everything.
Right, as fast as you can.
Yeah. Flanker.
Mm-hmm.
Not to concern you.
Yeah. No, I already know. I already know.
And it's like...
I can't do anything about it, bud.
I know. It's just like... kind of bad for us. Like,
oh yeah, it's terrible, but you know.
Much like the current experience. What?
Yes, yes. That's why I am desperately building towers and anything I can.
Okay, war chief. Axe throwers. Okay.
Yeah, the problem with all this though is the unfortunately, once you have set beliefs, no matter how wrong they are, and you can see this as a demonstration, like with things you were told as a kid by an adult that took you years to go, oh, that's completely wrong. Is that if someone challenges your beliefs directly, you are very unlikely to change your beliefs, even presented with more evidence, and the more evidence that is provided, the more intransigent you are likely to be in your beliefs. Lots of psychological studies about it.
Yeah, I don't need a psychological study to believe that. I am on the internet regularly.
You're right. Where
That
the
is, like,
answers are
something
just
that just-
literally one click away, and people refuse to check them.
Yeah.
And like everyone's bad at it, right? If you think if someone is, I'm not blaming individuals here. It's just a hard thing for that humans in general have to deal with. Is like figure how to deal with how you can change your own beliefs based on new information.
This is starting to be a problem. I've killed 9 dragon warriors so far.
Holy cow.
This is kind of a problem. This army we had concerns about doesn't exist anymore. Nevertheless, he persisted. Never mind, that's a different meme. But like, there is still like the ghosts that's currently attacking me, which is a medium to big concern.
Oh,
I'm so happy I took hibernation. Hibernation is saving me so hard right now. Basically topping up my warriors while they are being hit from the ghosts. Okay, that's enemy number 10, 9, and 11 coming in. Can I upgrade? Okay, full YOLO. How much more do I need to have the bear? 200.
no, I'm starting.
You
Excellent.
got me more fame. Okay. Orange technically has no army currently, so that's kinda good.
Yeah, but they do border me, so
They also border me. So
yeah.
that's generally not good. arguably even bad. I actually have to feast right now. I do not have otherwise the wood to sustain myself.
Oh, green's about to attack me.
I am green.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were attacking that. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Apologies.
I waited for them to plunk more buildings down, so if you scrap those buildings, you get wood.
Totally reasonable.
They also lost this tile to Draugr. So we can send
no.
it down.
Flanker us unless we go for the elves, but I think we can do that specifically, yeah, by going for the elves. So it's probably fine.
Do you want this tile, Anzazayo?
No. I'm working only on it for you. Since I think that's your path out, right?
Yeah, because I think if I go the other way, I'd block brown air kinks.
Yeah, that is entirely reasonable. Oh, they got a killed by Draugr attack here. That's good.
Oh god, stupid elves.
That is a medium to high amount of a problem. Okay. I'm actually starving. How do I change that? One more fisherman here.
Using money on avocado
Stop
toast and use it
being
for rice and
lazy and
beans.
blaming billionaires for your problems and instead pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Oh yeah. You're
I
saying
think that's how you
that
solve
basic
starvation,
economics doesn't apply
Oh,
to
no,
you
no,
because
wait.
hoarding money is actually detrimental to the flow of money because like it doesn't flow anymore. That's weird.
Oh no, I wasn't saying. I was saying we should just leave the people that are hoarding all the wealth alone. That's because it's
just not
those guys
general.
over there
Yeah,
that are the
that-
problem.
Make a reasonable.
No, not
entirely.
those guys that we changed the policy and now it's very obvious it's not their problem. The other guys, yeah, those ones.
Yeah, reasonable, entirely reasonable. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Like anything? No, that's not how that works.
Anyone ever do anything? So,
No. We could. I have a suggestion. We could like line our own pockets. Does that help? I mean, it does help us.
I think that's the solution. Oh, excellent.
I mean, technically, we helped one person, at least.
And technically, helping is far better than actual helping.
Yes. Okay. I'm actually on positive food now, which is good for once. I need to heal though. Or did that sick person die already? Because if sick person is dead, that's not my problem anymore. And that's technically true.
Yeah, dead people are a different
blocked
department.
off
Sorry.
altogether, which is kind of weird.
Pardon me, I understood nothing.
No,
think you
not
got just
thoughts and
cut
prayers.
them.
Concepts of thoughts and prayers, Doc.
Yes.
It's like concepts of
yeah.
plan is better than actual plan.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, they had a plan, and they just said they wouldn't gonna do it.
Oh no, they had
They
a
even
project, but
placed
that
the
was
name of
nothing.
the year on it?
No. See, you misunderstand. Despite the fact that project document said everything they're going to do, which they're now doing, with people in the administration that wrote that document in cooperation with the person who's currently in power, none of that was going to happen because the person who's now in power said that it wouldn't. So.
Oh, entirely reasonable. I mean, how could I have missed any of that? I must have had a severe and continuous lapse in judgment.
I feel like I've had that for some years at this point.
Oh, if only I did enough.
I will say, by the way, like, it has been so strange because I just feel like I realized, I think 2 months ago or something, that like this doesn't make sense, so it won't happen, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I can't trust my own judgment anymore. Everything is chaos.
I thought you would have had that thought like 2016. But good that you came around. That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's more like, let's say this. I know what you mean, but it's more like in 2016. I guess it's just like most of the stuff is just shrouded by incompetence.
The thing is that
I don't think anymore. That's just evilness. The first one I thought, yeah, that's mostly incompetence.
No,
or rather,
rules are welcome
it
in
was
Fantasy
evil
Simplex.
plagued by incompetence, and so it was okay.
It's more like it made sense, kind of. Like it just seemed like posturing, stupid stuff. Does that make sense?
Apparently.
the thing is, the best way of convincing people that you're going to be right about something, getting to follow really unpalatable beliefs, and people will like stab themselves in the leg and convince themselves it's short-term pain and won't do any damage. The way you convince them of that is take a very, very specific thing and say, the reason for all of these problems is this. And so whether it's housing...
Can you take the bonfire?
Immigrants.
Yeah,
What?
I'm not currently planning on taking the bonfire. You can have it, bud.
Yeah, I don't even have any trade.
Neither do I. I could build it out, but it makes more sense for someone else to do it. But so if you want to convince people of an unpalatable, solutions, I don't like it, but it has to be true. Is like housing. Say, oh well, it's because there's so many more immigrants coming in that that's why we've got a housing shortage. It's not a structural building problem or a wealth transfer issue. It's a small problem that if we just build more, it's not that we need to build more houses because we're, in the UK, we're a green and pleasant land. It's all these immigrants coming over here taking your houses, which is fine as long as you've never looked at a graph of house building in the UK. But it sounds like it makes sense, right? If there's more people in the country, then there's not an increase in supply in housing, then that's making a shortage of houses, which scarcity increases price. Except that a lot of house builders bank land because they'd rather have scarcity and also sit on the land that anyone else could build on, because it then prevents it means that they can maximize profit because they're a business. They're in business to make money. Government is there to make policy to help people. Business is there to make money. So
isn't the government the thing we want to be run like a business? Because I have been told that since like a long time.
And that's one of the most annoying things is like when people go, oh yeah, you need it to run like a business. You really don't. You're running your government like a business. You have a problem. It makes no sense whatsoever. Oh well, business-like efficiency. And you can see what's happened with privatized assets that people have been predicting, including myself, for 30 years. Like, what happens to privatized assets? We privatized, like in the 1980s in the UK, we privatized our water companies, which were then taken over by...
I can't help you right now. How far are you? Oh, that's really far away.
Give me a sec, let's see what I can do.
We have to go through that. I can't really leave. Yeah, Flanker's best if you can go up.
I can't.
So I can defend both of us?
Cool. I'll try, but I can't. I'm not going to be there for like 15 minutes, bud. I've got to go through and take multiple tiles off these stupid foxes without losing my lords, and build a tower in each. No, it's actually one I can maybe get through. Hang on. But yeah, so what you do is you get your opponent, you give unpalatable truth, you don't explain all the the economics and why that's not the case. But you give a problem and say, see, they're causing the problem, and get them to ignore all the things that are actually causing the problem and transferring wealth to the richest. Then you say, I have a policy prescription that solves the problem I have identified. That policy prescription is going to reduce the number of immigrants. Where are you? Where's your guys being attacked? I need you to ping.
We just pushed him out, I think.
Alright.
There's still a wolf here.
My villagers are handling it.
Okay. My guys are now in angst territory.
Incoming here.
Okay, I'm gonna go upgrade scouting now. Kinda need to know. I wanna get rid of orange.
Just to finish the thought quickly, if you put together policies that target the problem that you've identified as a contributing factor. No one is denying that an increase in population means that you would need more housing. But when people go, that's not the problem, everyone else, it feels like it's the right problem. Like, more people means you need more houses, therefore they're taking our houses. The problem isn't that, it's 7 or 8 different additional things. But those take long to explain, so people that are time poor, that I'm on the way, will just assume that that the simple answer is correct. And others will then try and deny that simple answer, and they'll go, yes, but how can you say that? Because all you're doing is you're from whatever the political party persuasion is in your nation that is the opposite of this. So that's the only reason you're denying it. And it's a really persuasive argument. Like, because if you say, for example, why are our wages suppressed in a country? I need to get her out of here. I need to bring my guys back. We're constantly under attack.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can take up to 8 Dragon Warriors with those 5 units.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'll put my guys back up in angst and newly created territory. But if you say, for example, minimum wages are suppressed for working people because there's an increased supply because of immigration, and people there are less jobs available to native-born wherever you are in the world because there's more immigration. Immigration is such an easy catch-all to blame things on, and when people go, no, that's not the problem. Here are the list of problems, and here's ways that we can tackle them. We can increase minimum wages to increase baseline requirements so people aren't living off corporate subsidies. Where the majority of your staffing is paid or in receipt of federal benefits or UK government benefits. We can do all of these other things. Again, because you're saying immigration is not the problem, they're like, yeah, but it is, because I didn't get a job and a Polish person took the job. You're like, no, what you mean is that that is one very small facet that solving that problem doesn't solve the overall problem. It makes a really compelling argument, for people that don't pay attention to politics or economics. And that's not a criticism of those people, it's just life. And it makes it really hard because the counter to someone explaining it rationally what the problems are is they go, oh, well, you're just from this party, and also, how can you deny this thing? Oh, so I can't use that mine despite being identical to mine. That's why I didn't have people on it. Also, I know from personal experience that this very small thing that they've said is true, so therefore all the rest of their policy platform must be true. And people continue to stick to that even through their having rights taken away, work taken away from themselves, and they can be persuaded it's for the greater good. Look at people that are currently impacted by policies like the loss of their loss of some of their benefits, or they're seeing friends that they thought weren't the ones that were the problem. It was the other ones. It wasn't the good immigrants. They're being impacted, and they'll quite happily say, "Oh yeah, no, that's bad," but they're doing it for the good of the country. They're doing it for the overall good. And you can like keep. What's fascinating is you can actually not only persuade them it's good, you can actually persuade them that they should keep giving money to help make it happen, even if it is. And then people feel a sense of the same as, you know, when you build IKEA furniture, it's a pain in the ass, right? But you feel more of a sense of ownership and link to that because you built it. There was some of your blood, sweat and tears in it. You didn't mill it, you didn't make all the stuff for it, but you sat there and built it. You feel more of a connection to that piece of furniture than you do to something you didn't build. Well, when you go through a little bit of suffering...
Can you please send those in?
In where?
Is that possible? Right next to us. I'm currently killing orange.
Yep.
Kinda like... I can't use the bear, so I'm missing a tank.
Oh,
like the second one.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yellow is like big on the nose up here. So we have to...
Yeah, I'm being attacked in 3 different places, buddy.
Oh, never mind then. Then go ahead, buddy.
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna take this one tile and then...
right, I'm losing one of my tiles to stupid elves.
Go up. Just gonna take this and build a tower here so we are protected from this side.
Yep, makes sense.
I need to heal though. Okay, I am following Angst.
Oof, there we go, moving back.
Just keep yourself alive.
There we go. Right, I'm sorted. Right, where did you need me? What did you need?
We are currently killing orange. I'm just yoinking that altar of King's Dead orange build.
That is a totally reasonable thing to do. Give me 2 seconds. I need to build a military building. Please and thank you.
Well, anyway, it's kind of understandable that people think we're on the downfall. Yeah.
No worries.
Yellow is coming in. Angst, pull back.
Yeah, and Doc, honestly, that's one of the funny tests, right? Because if a politician can answer most questions with a yes or a no, they're a bad politician. And I don't mean the weaseling, oh, well, you know, I didn't take, you know, a hotel flight that was paid for by this billionaire. I mean, if you are enough of an idiot as a politician to think that a simplistic yes or no answer can solve literally any problem, then you're an idiot and shouldn't be in politics. The politician, I mean.
Now that is a problem. Quite a big one like that. Both of that, but I'm talking about the game right now. Okay.
Can you help us release? Is that possible?
Is it?
Sorry, I help you where? I'm struggling a bit here, guys. I don't have anything to help you with. What do you want help?
This tile is like gonna be attacked soon. Okay.
Yeah, I've got literally no units that can move in. My guy died.
I'm just gonna give up the tile for now. I need to pull more army. Yeah, just attack it, I don't care. Ja? Ja, schmeiß das Ding wieder rüber. Sorry. I think she's done. I'm just gonna get it soon. Sehr gut. Ja, bitte, danke schön. Okay. Military.
Not anymore. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm nearly done with building another military building, so I can push 2 more X-rows. 1 more X-row, I actually can do 2. And they are coming. Let's go for... We have to take that. Or I am actually dead. Let's go for this war chief.
So those guys pushing in, I can...
Okay, let's go for this war chief. When they come in. Unless
guys
they
are just running all the way down
there's
from
a
Angst.
blizzard, by the way, soon. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Can I get a... Well, can I get my bear? No, I can't yet. Okay, very good. That's very less loss. I'm just gonna follow because I'm bear.
Yeah, I can't follow.
I don't care. Yeah, it's I know.
I'm definitely gonna start during this winter.
Yeah, it's fine. That's... Okay, how many units do we have? Do we want to risk the kill on orange? So we have...
I think so.
Okay, wait a minute, let me check. Bear is ready. I can't send the bear in yet. Okay, following. Let them move out. Okay. Go quickly kill the tower while they're away. Go. You have to fast kill the tower. That's the most important thing before they come back. Okay, pull. Yeah, it's kinda not good. I can't yet send the bear in. Now they're gonna send their stuff in. We use the bear as defense, and then we go from top row, the topmost enemy, then the second most enemy, and we go down by row. Okay, now the lowest. Okay, the one in this field. Oh, and follow up. We do not have the bear anymore, so you have to tank.
My watch is like no hill, but it's going to.
Okay. Okay, I'm pulling back that lost fight. I can't send in the bear, that's really annoying.
Got the tower though. I think I kill them after winter.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Well, let's heal up. How much more do I need? Okay, that's not good. I'm getting attacked by elves.
Don't worry, I've got the elves.
Wonderful. Oh,
Thanks, watch out, your war chief. Cool.
Nice. Those elves attacked a different tile than I was expecting, honestly.
I'm actually not starving.
Wonderful.
It's a strange situation to find myself in.
Not starving. Honestly, I could use a bite right now, but since I walked to the dentist just now, I'm not allowed to eat.
Here's how that's a logical trap, Doc. Like, and again, don't get me wrong, if someone's weaseling their way out because they've done something illegal, they're a bad politician and a bad person. But if it is always a device of those pushing extreme policy to say, just answer a yes or no question. Just do this. Knowing the answer more complex. So let me give you an example. So are you saying, Doc, that immigrants don't live in houses? Yes or no? Do they live in houses? Do we have a shortage of houses? Therefore, the problem is the immigrants. Look, you're just not being honest with people. You won't answer yes or no. The problem is that's a multi-stage problem. But they'll say, see, politicians, they never answer a straight question. They'll never answer a straight question. That's why it's a dangerous thing. And it's a very frustrating thing to those that want actual answers to things. And it's a really dangerous thing to like let people repeat that. because actually what we should have is thoughtful debate on things that change people's lives. And when you boil it down, so that that's the reason I don't like that kind of politicians will never say yes or no to an answer, because that's how it's being used.
Can you help me?
On the way.
I still have no army. I'm just having to build a bit more army, money.
Oh god. Yeah. Cookie's on his way in as well.
You're wonderful.
It's just going to take a long time for my guys to get there because we got to run all the way around.
So okay, seems like Cookie's got it. I think the plan is... Oh, Dragon is leaving,
Right.
so I think if...
I'm not going to come and help you anymore, Anks. Not because I don't want to help you, but because it means I'm out of position for helping Einsatzwehr every time.
It's okay. I think the plan is to go with Einsatzwehr and kill Dragon now if possible.
I don't have any army, but like the Explorer is the only one I can send in.
Well,
yeah.
that's me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the army that was busy keeping us busy.
And
That's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them.
now?
Yeah, we can certainly try.
I mean, I'm on the way, but I don't have very much. I've got literally 4 militia, and it's going to take forever because I just got them back to Einsatzwehr after running them away.
Anks, go in. Only attack the villagers. Do not attack the slaves. Only the villagers. Trigger a revolt. Yeah, there's a low villager down
the problem
there.
is that the baiting tactic that these people use doesn't ask the follow-up question, because why would they ask it? So, because as soon as you respond with "do," and they see that's not yes or no. Why are you not saying yes or no?
Anks, come up here. Come main tile.
It's a disingenuous tactic. That is
Oh, there.
the housing team's inference is something that seems as simple as yes or no, and it really isn't. I will show you a simple graph, Russ. Ready? Hang on.
I'm looking. Oh, they're coming. They are coming.
Where are we?
Yeah, that tile is lost. Go out, Anks. Go out. Save your unit. I do not have the money to do anything. Yeah, the questionnaire being and manipulating is the entire strategy. That's like literally the entire thing. All about. And unless everyone agrees it is manipulating, it is actually not. Yeah. Orange is severely starving because we killed all of the villagers. And now 3 elves are attacking them. I think yeah, that's 1 tile gone. So they have to pull back now.
So, there's one graph, not the graph I'm looking for. Give me a second, I'm just trying to find the original source.
Graphs, I love graphs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like its graph, like the graph that's saying nuclear power is great, but like no nuclear plant has been built in the last 20 years without like at least 5-year delay and at least a doubling of the cost? Because that's an interesting stat as well. Oh, all of this is so sad. Okay, I need a bear. I need a bear. Not up yet. Okay, they rebuilt the tower. They are still starving though, and they are gonna get attacked by the elves now. Okay. Orange has nothing but the tower now. Do you have a war chief? You can take it with the war chief once the elf is dead though. We have to wait for that to die. Oh, yeah, wonderful.
No.
Russ, how many builders do you know, mate? And how many of them are foreign born? And if those builders weren't here, who would build the houses?
Oh my god, that's like... I don't like Polish people.
Right.
Yeah, but they do everything here. Literally everything.
Well, that's all what Russ is saying, but yeah, of course, what caused the housing shortage is a freaking inability to plan. No laws preventing land banking. So we're not building social housing anymore. The government stopped building that in the 1980s, sold off the existing ones, most of which are now in the hands of private landlords, and then promoted private landlordism. We do make an exception for skilled immigrants. We do! I spent 10 grand bringing skilled immigrants over. And the house building prices would still be a crisis of private landlords, even if there were 0 immigrants here.
Ah, yes. Are you saying making buildings a way of saving money a terrible idea?
Yes.
That's a novel concept that literally no one in finance will agree with you. Or like, in fact, most homeowners will not agree with you because it will cost them quite a lot actually.
The problem is very hard to fix because so many people's like basically savings and debt is tied up houses right now. So we need it to go up, but having it go up means it's more expensive, so people won't get houses. It's all really silly.
It's a death spiral, honestly, because then you will not get people to agree with your plan to make houses cheaper, because that will actually devalue their property.
So, as an example, just an interesting stat. Between 1946 and 1981, 5 million local authority council houses, so those are council houses available for homes are available to people for a fixed rent that is not set by the market. 5 million were built between 1946 and 1981. Between 1981 and 2025, 250,000 have been built. Can you spot the problem? At the same time, we've allowed companies to land bank land, so buy land that has planning permission and then not develop it. There's no penalty for doing that.
And it's also,
And
just
if
to be
I'm a
very
company,
clear...
Oh, sorry, after you, sir.
That's also, just to be very clear, that's not a UK thing. Like, that's a general thing. We had over 2.5 million social housing apartments in Germany in the 90s. We currently have 1 million. And that is with heavy restrictions of, if you build any building, you have to build like a certain amount of that must be social. Doesn't matter where you build it. It just has to be somewhere, so like a social housing.
Also,
and
we
vouchers
have
and everything.
We have a percentage of
down.
We have a percentage of homes that must be built that are affordable homes within developments. The definition of affordable is crap, and also a lot of local authorities, to encourage building, will allow people to put those affordable homes or those Section 108 payments to pay for other affordable homes, other improvements to local infrastructure to deal with the housing. They'll allow them to put it off till the end of their build. There is a development in Cardiff that has still not paid its Section 108. There are people that have been living there for 15 years.
I'm going on. Let's go.
Okay, I'm building army again.
If you owned a piece of land, Russ, or if you owned all of the land around the outskirts of a city, you'd bought it for yourself. You're a very rich Russ. And you could build houses on it all today, and you could sell those houses, but it will make you 100,000 a house. And you're not going to get to build any more houses. You own just this land. There's a set number you can build. Or you could only build 10 of them and sell them for a really high price, then build the next 10, and then build the next 10, and then build the next 10, instead of doing them all at one go and letting them go for 100,000. And historically, prices have risen by 5 to 25% in the area you've got per year. What would you do?
Give me the other lot and my lord back, please.
Because if your answer is build as few as you could humanly manage to allow your and just keep the land and build them slowly, making a maximum amount of profit rather than getting them all onto the market and building the affordable house at the same time, congratulations, you're doing exactly what every major builder in the UK does.
And everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Got like Thatcher's business strategy at this point. And it's like the same thing as the reason why they are very chill when trying to sell new apartments and stuff, because 90% of that is already sold unseen.
Oh, also,
the shortage is so big.
Let me share with you two other ways that as a developer you can screw over everyone and make more money for yourself. What you could do is you could build student apartments, but build student apartments for foreign students. And that's not a knock on foreign students, but foreign students typically will pay more for their apartments, because if you can afford to send your child to another country for their education at a top flight university, you can probably afford the accommodation. So you're going to say, well, you're part of the attraction of bringing new students to insert place. You're going to work really hard to produce this really high quality housing. Why student apartments? Well, because student apartments under planning law can be smaller because they are not permanent accommodation. So they don't have to meet the same building regs as normal apartments do. So what you do is you plan to build, say, there's 500 foreign students. Let's build 4,000 of them. And you put those through planning, and you get to build them slightly smaller than you would get to build student apartments. Normal apartments, because they're student apartments. And then you put them on the rental market at, let's say, studio apartment, let's say £2,000 a month. Oh, no students want to rent them. Oh, well, council, rather than us have all of these units here empty, can I just rent them to normal people as a as a build to rent instead? Oh, I know they don't meet the same building regs, but it'll be impractical for us to change all of that now, because all of the walls and steel and everything are already there. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind terribly, what I'm going to do is just, if you give me the change of use, then I'll just rent them out to private people instead. Cool. Also, you know that building I was building anyway that you did give me planning permission for because you did spot my wheeze on students? Well, what I'd like to do there is, instead of, doing the things I said I would do, I'm going to, instead of selling them onto the market, I'm going to keep them as a build to rent. Because that way I get all of the appreciation and value, and the peasants can be happy and own nothing. Oh, it won't help with any of the house prices, which is the planning permission stuff that I put in to get planning permission to build this bigger than normal building. But it will provide accommodation, and the alternative is I just have to change it to an office building and no one would live there. Oh, thanks. All of those things have happened in the last 6 months in Cardiff. And virtually every other city. It is depressing as hell. But immigrants are definitely the problem, not the fact that we've not built any social housing and we're allowing private landlords to build and rent out all of the new housing instead of requiring them to be sold on the market. And it's definitely not that we're holding on to vast amounts of banks' land. Well, I mean, other houses can't be built because I own the land. And I'm betting the council won't try and take me to court to take it back off me.
Yeah, And if they take me to a court, I will not build there anymore and threaten them with that. And then I'll my buddies to also not build there.
Because my previous cunning plan was I have persuaded the local authorities to get rid of their own house building units, because that's not something council should be doing, because I don't build council houses anymore, so why would you need to have your own builders? So even if they took it off me, they'd have to then hire me or one of my crony buddies to then build said houses. So I win anyway.
Yeah. That's so strange. So... Yeah, get ruined. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get ruined.
But the simple yes/no answer is definitely the one. So yes, immigrants live in houses, therefore immigrants must be problem.
And while all of that happens, please let your policy fit on a single placate, because like
yeah, absolutely.
you have to, that signboard will decide if I vote for you or not. So you have to fit all your policy in that and all the nuance, because I'm lazy. I don't want to engage with politics.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't affect me unless it does. And then I don't want to.
And then all of that nuance of policy where people are like, well, why are we giving benefits to millionaires to heat their homes? That seems like a silly thing to do. We should probably means test it, being as we means test other benefits. But that's an attack on pensioners.
Yeah. Because then they make less money for the stock is not rising anymore. And house costs are gonna sink, so the value of pensioner housing is gonna go down. Meanwhile, let's go to Portugal and like buy everything, so people can buy houses there anymore. Oh, wait a minute. That's like this thing they do to us, so we do. Well, that's another different problem, and also basically the same problem.
My favourite thing is the in UK politics is it's so often the same people that are of pensionable age that own property in the UK and own property in Spain, don't speak Spanish, and then complain about the immigrants coming over here, taking their jobs, buying their housing, and not even learning the language. You're like, you live in the Costa del Sol and you don't speak a friggin' word of Spanish. What part of the irony are you not seeing here, buddy?
It's like, I don't know. Life's harsh, bro. Life's harsh. And not for them, though. They're like, generally, life's very happy for them. And like, no challenges at all anymore. But like, for us, normal people, that's like, yeah, life's harsh. So yeah, unless you're born with a house for free, you don't get one in Germany. That's like not a thing.
Yellow now, he has no army.
Working on it. He just has tier 3 towers everywhere.
I'm coming to the bear.
Oh yeah, they're also bringing army to me now. Well, that's fine. It's gonna go work out. Okay, I'm gonna go for the tower first. Let's go. Okay, what's the most efficient way? This tile. That's a big town. We are here. This. We're going this way. Lower road. Should be fine. Okay, that's only yellow left, right?
Yes. As long as you
Okay.
protect my archers, I will do damage as much as possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Yellow doesn't have a lot of army left.
It's also the other argument is about the NHS. It's the immigrants. More immigrants means more pressure on the NHS. Immigrants as a percentage make up 19% of the 20% of the NHS staff in the UK, and make up under 16% of the population. So they are overly represented in our NHS and supply more NHS workers per capita.
It's the same with the US, where the UK is actively poaching nurses from Thailand and stuff. Because
not so
cheap.
much, which is also hugely detrimental. But yes, like historically, whether intentionally poaching or not, there's this huge drag of skilled labor, because your salaries are higher. So may not be recruitment drives anymore there, but we used to have it with the Commonwealth that a large number of nurses would come over from, for example, the West Indies, which leaves a hole in their health services while benefiting ours. And then really depressingly, those same people then face huge amounts of or faced large amounts of racism as they came over here.
Kraken attack.
Yeah, it's fine. We just gonna push through. It's with that army. It's not a problem. Yeah, there's also like training facilities still in Thailand and stuff that exclusively train nurses to go to the US. And it's like, okay, cool, but the immigrants are the problem. Gotcha. Yeah. Understandable. You still don't want to do that job. You gotta hand it to them though. I'm so incredibly impressed by the twist they pulled off by having both the immigrants be incredibly lazy and not doing anything, but also stealing all of your jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, because the core tenet is that the immigrants are the problem, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like
so the problem. So it's not difficult at all.
Yeah, but like it's the. That's not a thing.
I get it. I know what you mean. It is. Let's just say it's really silly, right?
Unless you have a quantum coin, it doesn't matter how often you turn the coin, you will not have both of these things on the same side. It's like, okay, cool.
Not with that attitude, you don't.
Oh yeah, very reasonable. Oh no, I really should stop buying avocado. No.
No, you get it was home. Food.
It's fine. We have 20 more seconds. Oh. It's fine. The tentacles have to eat. Oh yeah, we have pulled people from Asia too, but like that's not the prominent one. You remember that one time we pulled like most of Turkey to Germany to build our stuff back up, and then told them they can stay, and then now we complain about them being stayed? That's a fun thing, because we explicitly told them to stay.
Oh yeah. The UK did that with Commonwealth workers for a long time.
Yeah.
We literally brought them over on ships to come and help us rebuild the UK, which they dutifully did. They settled, they integrated. Their children are now UK citizens and have been since birth. They know nothing else but this country. But they look different, so they must be the problem. Oh no, not those immigrants. It's the current ones. The previous ones that there's data backing up. That they've already been of net benefit. Oh no, the current ones are already a net benefit to the Exchequer as well. But it's not the working ones, it's the lazy ones that don't work, but are at the same time stealing job crap. So it's not the immigrants then.
We just
Well.
don't want the immigrants, Flanker. That's what it's all about. We just don't want them.
Oh man,
Can't
it's
help it.
just
Too
so
much
depressing. And like,
Yeah.
you want to know how petty and stupid it is? My parents were the first in my family to move from Scotland to England, and there were complaints about all of the Scots and Irish coming over and taking all the English jobs. Not jobs that you wanted to do, but jobs as well. You're like,
Wait, Irish, Scottish?
Mhm.
What's that?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah. The proper Englishmen who are definitely not involving the
Definitely.
Irish and Scottish.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
gonna conquer this land. Wait, they're working? What? They have a job? Like that's literally, you know, if you don't want Irish and Scottish people in your country, stop conquering them. I don't know what to say about it. It's,
Yeah, it's like...
But also, like, the immigration thing always makes me smile because, like the true English are the Welsh guys. I don't know what to tell you. If you know how far back in history are we going? Like the Roman invasions, the Norse invasions, Normandy,
Indian invasions?
No, it's just no. We never got
it's
invaded
also
by
like
the
when people
Indians in
said
the UK.
that Rome had a like immigration problem. It's like, well, like there's too many non-Romans. Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. All these non-Romans we keep bringing into our
Not an
cities in
immigration
chains.
Who are all these foreigners inside Rome? Like,
Look, just because we bought them here in a chain gang, I don't have to like it. It's just, oh,
They had an immigration problem, not an immigration problem.
it was like they show up somewhere like, oh my god, there's all these foreigners here now. Yeah,
Kel surprise! How did this happen? We went to Gaul, took loads of Gauls prisoner, bought them back, and now they're in our cities. Who did this to us? I tell you what it is those Gaul immigrants coming over here, taking our jobs, charging us for the goods that are a lot less than we would pay if we were paying Romans to do it, but they earn so little money, and those are jobs that our peasants could be doing for so little money. I don't want to do it, but we had peasants before, and they were proud Roman-born peasants. Ready.
Just remember, it's fine. Immigrants are coming here to steal from us. That's just a thing, because in the past we went to their places to steal from them. So obviously they have to do the same because deep down we're all the same. Wait a minute, that's like wait.
I had a discussion with someone not that long ago about, they were like, oh well, you know, all these immigrants coming over on small boats. By the way, the only way you can apply for asylum in a country is get to the country and request asylum. It is not a thing to apply for asylum from a embassy somewhere else, typically. But oh well, you know, I don't understand why these people from Africa will be coming to us. I was like, well, which people from Africa? And they're, from this area. It's like, okay, but you realise
Why
that
do they
area of
speak
Africa
English?
was under our control and they spoke English. So they probably have family ties here and speak English. You know that was in the 1960s, not in a dim and distant past, was under the UK government's control, right? Right? You do understand that, right? So the government since then was also our problem? So maybe that's why they want to be here?
Oh, no. It's easier to just go live in a country where I already speak the language than go and learn a different language, but just because the country is closer and I have family ties, that makes no sense.
Well, say and you point to the Spanish example because it's absolutely true. Like is totally true that when people emigrate to a country, their families are more likely to emigrate to the same area because their family's there. So, and you can see that from English people going to the Costas. English people, when they emigrate to Spain, don't pick a random place. They emigrate to a specific place where English is spoken, and there are some, because there is such a market for English food and English goods, that you are likely to be able to get comforts from home.
know what I
Imagine
wish?
that.
I wish I could be an expat, but I can't. Because I'm not English.
yeah, I had to be a filthy immigrant instead. Like, it's
You cannot be rich. You're not born rich. You have to remember that. Because you also have to be to have the money to be an expat. So expatting is soon not gonna be a thing anymore. It's just gonna be people living there. And also, I'm still kind of confused why we didn't kick all those English people out when we did the Brexit.
oh, honestly, me
Mildly
too.
confused about that. Because it wasn't that all about immigrants going back to their countries?
Yeah.
Okay, please leave.
I don't remember what happened with that. Like I had a friend who. So yeah, okay, I can actually just ask, I guess. What happened with that? Because I understand that it was a huge problem with how do you say?
Housing.
Lots of no English people in Europe. British people.
Yeah.
So
Every country had their
what
own
ended up-
version of what they did with it. So a lot of them followed very similar to what the UK did, which was if you were already here in the UK as someone that had been living in the UK legally for that period, effectively you got to apply for a visa for permanent leave to remain.
FG.
So you wouldn't be no, I think I have no idea what FG's.
She has a permanent right to remain.
Yeah, so you FG, I would imagine, like, would have has enough years here to be able to have citizenship as well. If FG so
but,
wished.
like,
In that
she's-
example where it's been a number of years.
Yeah, but she said she has still has a German passport and is only on permanent leave to remain.
Well, we are talking about people in Britain now from outside Europe.
Yeah, we're specifically talking about FG squared, a person.
Yeah, it's just like I'm thinking.
No.
It's the same thing
Stop
basically
that.
on the other side.
I was answering Doc. So he says, Flanker, do you think Brexit would be a less issue if the UK got the same trading deal as Norway? No. We
interesting.
set
Why
fire to our closest trading relationship, and there is literally no incentive on the other side. You always want to look at what the incentives are. There are zero incentives to offer any different deal.
Would you?
Oh, thank you. I don't think I have the range for that.
Is Norway just like regular Schenker? Like I'm honestly just asking here. I know that Norway is doing kind of fine within Europe's trade, so
It's more complicated. Let me get the chart. I actually have a chart for that.
oh no, I know the step. I know the staircase, if that makes sense. But it's the whole thing. But like if the whole question was if they got a deal similar to. Oh god, stop that, Fox! Stop it.
Where is?
If they got a deal similar to Norway, right?
Yeah, so Norway's
Then they
within
would
the
have a deal
European
similar
Free
to
Trade
Norway.
Association area.
Yeah.
That would not have represented. So Norway's still covered by EU regulation in those areas. So there is
Yes.
agreed upon regulation or standardization, which means that it's easier to import and export. That is one of the very things specifically the parties pushing for Brexit did not want. Because it would be
but
foreign rule makers making their rules.
Yeah, I get that, but that's kind of the thing. The question is, what if they did do the regulations?
Then
Does
we
that make sense?
already had membership and we had vetoes over the regulations as well.
Then you would
If you wanted the ideal trade relationship, you would have done none of the above.
I get that we wouldn't have, but the question, like, I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying talking about like practicality. I understand that Britain would never do that. But the
No,
question
like,
is, if they did that, if they
you
did
ha-
the Norway thing,
No, that's not possible. You have to understand. UK had more power over the EU, the same amount of regulations affected on them, and more control over policies. So basically, you're saying please give up power and veto power and only do regulations. That is what Norway does.
That's what you. Oh, right. So that's what you mean. So that would never happen because it would mean they would voluntarily give that up.
It will
Yeah, it's
voluntarily,
basically like
effectively,
you want the
it-
worst deal.
well,
No,
it's also,
I understand.
but it's also
more like
impossible because it was very specifically the thing that they wanted to vote against. That would be like voting for ice cream, then deciding you just wanted a cone. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not. It is literally the opposite of what the people that were pushing for Brexit asked for. It would not have satisfied them in the slightest. Now, if you want something funny / depressing, what they've actually got now is the worst of all worlds, because if I want to sell to Norway or the EU, and this is something I'm literally going through right now, personally, I still have to abide by the EU laws because I don't just get to opt out. So I still have to go by whatever the EU regulation is now, but the people that I vote for no longer have any way of influencing that policy.
Oh, that's weird. So you have to still do trading with the countries?
I know, with our biggest
Even
trade
though-
partners, the ones that we do a vast majority of our trade with before and after Brexit.
Because that's like because they're like a stone toss away, or on like specific borders like one step away. That's so weird. Like, you still trade with your neighbors? That's so weird. Also,
I also
just
forgot about that until like this week. I forgot that North Ireland is both in the EU and outside of it.
yeah,
Is that correct? It's like
they got 2 lanes right now. But don't
But,
worry about any of that, because we're gonna soon have Brexit 2 Electric Boogaloo. Because the terrorists are gonna do like really weird things with Northern Ireland.
Well, no. Like, Northern Ireland is
that's the thing.
like, unless you want a 3-hour talk on Northern Ireland, I'd rather avoid that. Not because I'm avoiding any of the key issues in it, but because, like, the very, very short version is that there is a peace agreement that is only in place given free movement of people between North and Southern Ireland.
Yeah.
So they cannot have a hard border. Doing that would start effectively another round of civil war.
Yeah. That is also a problem, I think. I heard like civil war is bad. Like, generally.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That's
Some people
intimidating.
say that, but those guys are losers.
Yeah. That's like weird. Who does that? Like,
As for a small amount of context, when I was young, going through, and I used to travel with my parents, they were regularly, and by regularly I mean twice a week, bomb threats in central London. To the extent I know what the codes are on the tube for a potential terrorist attack. And that was happening every week throughout my childhood.
Where the hell is this middle?
yeah. Yeah, I don't want more. That is like really not good.
No.
The songs were kind of good though. But like, yeah, you don't really want that.
Hey, and look, I am for people's everywhere in the world, for people's self-determination. Just for the avoidance of doubt. I think wherever you live, you should be able to self-determine how you are governed and by whom, and that you should have representatives everywhere that are able to represent you without fear of violence or fear of I'm gonna have to
Okay,
move you
this-
guys. There you go.
Is enemy territory apparently.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's 3 wolves. In the middle of winter. Oh, no. Okay. Take it.
I've turned everyone to farmers so not starve.
I lost 2 villagers. God damn it.
So in a way, the Nordic Trade Treaty would be a better deal than Brexit, but not a better deal than not Brexit, but a better deal than Brexit, or are you getting it all wrong? It would be an impossible deal, is what I'm saying, Doc. It could not have happened. The UK could not ever have a Norwegian-style deal under the circumstances we left the EU, because a core component of the Norwegian-style deal is regulation that is agreed between nations, and the specific thing that was voted against was regulation by outside nations.
But like not following what people voted for is like a thing, and they do it regularly anyway. So why not on this one tier?
Well, yeah, but if they were going to do that, they could just ignore the Brexit vote because it was an advisory vote. It was never a legally binding vote.
They could have also very much done that.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think they will allow us to do it retroactively. Just a thought. Hey, Spa. But anyway, honestly, I was interested in that 2-hour rant about Northern Ireland.
Maybe another day. It is another one of those problems that people are like, there's simple solutions to. And there really aren't. There is no solution to that particular question that would make people happy.
You're saying a 500-year-old conflict cannot be resolved in 2 minutes?
It did make me smile. I saw someone on, it was a while ago now, but I saw someone on one of the social media platforms, I think it was TikTok, that genuinely had no knowledge of history. It was said completely innocently, but they were like, what do you mean? The Christians used to have beef with each other? The Catholics and Protestants? I was like, let me introduce you to modern European history. Like, bless them.
When did Christians not have beef with each other? It's a way easier to answer question. You have a different flavor of Christianity? Oh no! Let's do the Crusades again. Oh yeah, and also let's move our capital to Constantinople for no apparent reason.
No reason at all. Don't worry about it.
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry. There is no Holy Land anywhere. Like, what are you talking about? It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, the unfortunately the Norway style deal would be a better deal than Brexit is. However, could not have happened because it would not have met the terms of Brexit.
Yeah. And also
the whole
can't happen.
Yes.
And also the whole thing of like Scotland leaving Great Britain, aside from it not being legally possible, and then joining the EU is not gonna happen because of Spain's veto.
Yep.
Because they are gonna veto it.
Yes.
Like, no way around.
Scotland.
Yeah, because like they have a separatist
region. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
I'd like to introduce you to our CK3 playthroughs.
No. So basically, any country with a ongoing separatist movement in their own country will veto that, because that would empower whatever separatists you have in your country. And Spain has 3 separatist movements, I think? It was 3.
Max Miller says, my fandom's better than your fandom. Welcome to History Lesson 101. Exactly! And if you think Superman's the best superhero, then you're not welcome. One day we will learn the lessons from history. I mean, it's not going to be today, but, you know, one day.
One day. Someday. One day, maybe. It's fine. You're already getting crushed.
Yeah, I've lost. I wasn't doing much playing anyway, to be fair.
Which flank I have no military.
I say.
Oh no, I literally am dead. They've got the equivalent of 3 lords, and they've already got firing trackers. I have a knight and 4 very starving people.
That is not a lot.
Oh. 606 Superman's better than 504 Superman. Right.
Are you basically now starting to cosplay the Irish famine or something?
I hadn't even mentioned it, but you know.
I mean, it's fair. It still looks like the same. Lots of green land, lots of starving people, and a singular knight.
Actually used the modest proposal in class the other day. It's a great text.
Hmm?
You know, the...
I
don't know it? It's great.
No,
it's
I don't-
from 1700 something. It's by Jonathan Swift, and it's like... It pretends to be an essay, but it's like satire, so to say. So, the guy... so he basically... How to explain this? He like starts out, I have a modest proposal. And it is... And he like... pushes up with flowery words and like describes the poverty and issues with crime that is in Dublin or whatever. And like page 3 of the thing, he like, so I have a friend who, so we have this solution that's gonna help remove all the poverty, and I have a friend who's like insists that Irish people are very nutritious, and then they like starts talking about eating them and doing like farming with the kids, so to say.
Oh yeah. Turn Irish people into
Soylent
fertilizer or
Greens.
something. Yeah,
Turn them
something
into-
like that.
Yeah, Soylent Green, exactly. Like they're poor, they might as well just sell their kids too. And then the rest of the article, like it's a satire, of course. He's very supportive of the Irish people. So it's like try to dunk on the basic attitudes, and also Malthus a little bit. It's a great text. It's a classic.
Wonderful.
It's also really funny. Like it's like you kind of get a jump scare when the sentence shows up, because it's like up until it's kind of just a snooty, weird essay thing. He talks about like, I'm gonna get a statue made of me because I'm so smart.
Oh, that sounds very silly. And also like an outrage for the time.
Oh yeah, people people flipped out. It's also interesting because so people freaked out, right? A bunch of people thought it was in poor taste, and definitely not what was reflective of what was going on at the time. A bunch
No,
of people,
definitely not.
yeah.
No, definitely
A bunch
not.
of people took it seriously and was like, wait, no, seriously in the way that like, wait, yeah, actually, here's a point. We are treating Irish people really poorly. And a bunch of people was like, wait, actually, here's a point. We should eat Irish people.
Kids actually quite reasonable.
Yeah. Like there was 2 people who thought he had a point. People that were like, yeah, he's right. We've been dicks. And then, sorry about swearing.
No,
And
worries.
then there's people who were like, wait, actually, this is a great idea. Let's eat them. Like what?
What the hell? Oh, that's such a Richard move.
British.
The British. So funny. British actual comedy. Which is weird.
What you'll notice in all of history is the wealthiest get wealthier. And it's got really, that transfer of wealth has happened really, really fast over the last like 60 years.
No, I heard about trickle-down economics. They are just gonna fix it.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you can see that in the wealth has spread out more and more over the. Oh no, hang on, that's not happened.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me
None
that
of
trickle down
that
economics is a
happened.
lie, and that maybe once you have your basic needs met, you're more likely to hoard material wealth versus utilize it, therefore removing money from the economic system, which is the reason that taxes that are tiered make more sense than flat taxes. So they are progressive. Huh. That doesn't seem right. I mean, all of history proves you're right, but Have you heard of trickle-down economics?
Have you heard about trickle-down economics?
If you give me $1 million quid, I will definitely spend at least a tenner in a McDonald's somewhere. And they employ minimum wage people.
Yes, so I'm technically helping poor people.
You may even say you're a humanitarian.
Yeah, basically.
I am.
Basically,
some say I am the greatest humanitarian.
Altruism, baby.
Oh God. I'm helping bigly. I'm helping bigly.
Muchly.
Bigly. Kofifi. That nearly rhymes, which is in and of itself a tragedy.
It's also like I saw a comic,
now.
right? Which is like I think it's pretty much on point with like a lot of people's feelings about this right now. So one comic was basically like it was like a post-dystopian, post-apocalyptic something. It's like a city in ruins, and it's like this woman who's cowering behind a stone, right? Like she's or like some ruins, and then two guys show up, and they're like wearing mega gear, and it's like, I bet you didn't expect this, and she's like, I did, I just didn't know you would be so lame. Because they're wearing stupid shit. Sorry for swearing again. God. Yeah, it's
starting to feel French. Oh yeah, there you go. That's my hometown.
Yeah. Anx, I don't think this stream is gonna make it to be family friendly. I have no idea why.
No clue.
I'm trying.
No, like not because of the
I blame the
swearing.
streamer.
It's like I don't think it's because of the swearing.
Well, we might be friendly to those families. Where are those families from?
Yes.
Because we're very pro-life. I mean, not once they're born, but still.
Yeah, but like
Well, they're still cells, but not once they're born.
People are also on the streets, like those are live people. We should help them because we're pro-life.
No,
that's
you
not
don't
how
understand.
any of this
That's not
works.
how this works.
No. That would mean we are humanitarian.
No, that would mean you're communist.
We are pro-life.
Stop it. Stop being communist.
Stop making me help people. Let me go to my church that preaches me to spend money. Wait a minute. What was the core principle of church?
The core principle is that I buy really expensive jets and don't pay taxes.
Yeah. Entirely reasonable. The jets wasn't. Yeah. You mean they bought the entire team, right?
Someone's got.
It's fine. Nobody wants to build a wall. Except for, like, one guy.
Hey, look, it's not even an original idea. The Romans tried it in the south of Scotland. China's built a big one. Walls are great.
That's just out of curiosity what happened to that. Because I know they built partial amounts of the wall, and now they're not talking about it this time around. We're just a bit off.
That's okay.
Finish that for, like, at some point, like, at least talk about it? No, that's not even a talking point anymore. It's like, almost everything doesn't matter and doesn't work.
Just for a second to point out a genuine strategy here. And, like, this is the specific people in power, not people from those nations. I literally work with lots of organizations working to keep Americans having things that like union representation and having access to collective bargaining. I work with people that are trying to keep their health insurance and their life insurance. So, like, there is no attack on UK bad. This is worldwide bad. But is the super specific tactic they're going for is a debate tactic. If you keep doing randomly stupid stuff, then people talk about they can only examine one stupid thing at a time. In the last Trump administration, Steve Bannon talked about it. And what you do is you use the news media against themselves. So effectively, if you do 400 stupid things today, they're all newsworthy if you just did one of them. You're only going to be able to cover like 10 or 15 of them in any sort of depth. So the rest go under the radar. So for example, if you want real life examples of this, in Utah, public sector workers now have no right to a union. They just removed that. Any other administration, that would be weeks and weeks of news. But if I go and whack a tariff on every country in the world, causing a depression if it keeps going the way it's going, you're going to talk about that instead. I've got to do my thing over there because you're looking elsewhere. It's exactly the same tactic as pickpockets use. Blame someone else, distract them, do something else, bump into them, and then do the thing you're going to do. And while they're distracted, you can get away with murder. And it happens in every country in the world.
Utah is that country where child labor is now legal again, right?
Was that Utah? But yeah, one of them.
I'm not sure which one of it was. It was some hardline country. But like they made child labor or like work at the age of 12, was it again? Illegal again? They can work night shifts now. Which is interesting. I'm going to
post, just in case people think there's a random attack happening on people, there is a link to the legislation. That's the old employment of miners legislation.
Okay. Let me just remove all of that.
And it is a state, not a country.
Let me just repost a working link right now.
Oh, sorry.
I just did it. It's fine. I just did.
I will delete that message then. There was a non-working bit of it.
Was it Utah? Yeah, it was Utah, right?
So, here we go. I can let it do it. There we go.
I really like how they say that at 12 or older you can do agricultural occupations with non-hazardous agriculture, which is like most of them. Was like a very minute part of it, unless you want them to like do big machinery or something. This is like most of it. So cool, that's a blank. You can do whatever you want.
It was 6 states, not Utah. It was Alabama, Florida, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, and West Virginia have all enacted legislation to roll back child labor laws. So remove protections.
Yeah. But someone please think about the kids. Actually, you have a point. They can go to work. Wait a minute. Is that
just to provide some actual balance? More states have strengthened child labor laws than weakened them.
They're coming
so
for,
it's not a
Cookie?
universal direction of travel.
I'm right, I need you to assist me.
Where are you? Oh yeah.
That's why you have to be careful about picking out a single example, is that you have to look at what's the overall direction of travel and is this an outlier? Because suggesting that, oh well, you know, insert northern state is just as bad as insert southern state, or vice versa, because northern/southern state did this one thing, therefore the whole country believes this. is a dangerous way of to oversimplify.
Right, you guys heal up.
Yeah, I lost 2 dudes. I have to get the shield bearer.
Leaf is attacking you again, Cookie.
Yeah. I need shield bearers. Where can I build a shield bearer there? And moving down again. Do I have the money? No. Do not have the money. I'll boss them back though. It's like really annoying, so there's also Slayer. In the forest here, I am also constantly being...
Maxi, you could say if only the people in France were told about Marine Le Pen, or people in the UK were told about Nigel Farage, or people, like, the list goes on.
And just to be around the list, by the Sunday question, which is the question that asks everywhere, every week in Germany about who is should be in power, our alt-right group is leading.
Oh, for
by
God's
like
sake.
2%. Yep. So
Oh yeah, but there's never
next
been
election...
there's never been a right-wing group in Germany that's gone wrong. That was the Austrians. Was something
yeah,
someone
that was the
seriously said with a
Austrians.
straight face to me the other week.
I mean, technically the truth, but like we had a small part in it.
Oh.
Very minute part in it. It's fine.
The problem is though that right now media literacy is dropping among younger people and is not great among older people, and among the oldest people is bloody terrible. So
Yep.
people can't tell what's real and what's not. Like, think of your family on Facebook, other social media platforms, old people are also available, that have seen a thing on Facebook that must be true. Oh, I saw they were tearing down the leisure centre nearby to us. And it's not, it's just that someone said it out loud. But if they wrote it on the internet, it must be true. And that's without looking at the obvious misinformation. And AI is never going to be as bad as it is today. Like, today is the worst AI is ever going to be in the future. That can just pump out loads of articles, pump out argumentative comments. People think they're arguing with real people when they're not. And it's a crying shame that history and science aren't better taught globally. Because understanding what the difference between a primary and a secondary source is fundamental to you being able to tell whether you're being lied to or not. Understanding what the scientific method is fundamental to your understanding, because anything is a conspiracy theory if you don't understand it hard enough. Like, and it impacts people's lives every day.
Yeah. But that's hard though. And
Yeah.
I do get a feeling that people really don't want to spend that much time on it. So...
But the problem is that, and it is a hard thing that you tell people, you have a choice to make. Because if you do not educate yourself on it, then you are complicit with the worst in your country. And it freaking sucks, man. Like, no one wants to spend their whole time dealing with politics. But whether you deal with politics or not, politics will mess with you. Like, wonder why your friends have suddenly been deported? That was politics. Wonder why your school's closed? Politics. Library? Also politics. Roads not good? Politics. Job market crap? That's also politics.
Sorry.
It's nearly as if everything is politics. That's so weird.
It is.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, really, is people like Angst making the arts political. I mean, they were never political before the first drawing.
You mean they were never political before the dawn of time, right?
Right.
I
Yeah,
gotta
when we were
remember-
doing our paintings of big mammoth, yeah, we weren't demonizing the mammoths or the other tribes or the
or like all of existence. Or like that one time we had to build a boat because like we were so wrathful and so bad. Our humanity has been wiped out by like like said in some book or something, you know?
push for blue now to.
No, you don't.
It's fine. Cookie finished the game. Realistically, the only way we can win, so
yeah,
it's
the only way
fine.
we were winning that one. That useless streamer was being useless again.
Oh, the same as always. History repeats itself.
And the viewers knows. There we go.
Oh,
Well
I didn't
done,
even see
buddy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna hunker down and gonna get a law victory, and it's just like, no, oh, okay.
Okay, Cookie's already on it.
Okay, where can I see
Right,
this
next
again?
on apparently the politics channel, we're going to be switching over to some Age of Empires, where I'm going to be able to multitask even worse. So
Where
we'll
can
be
I
back
see?
in
Don't worry.
just a few moments.
Don't worry, there will be no politics talk on Age of Empires. We have no time for that.
No, I have no time to do anything but concentrate on exactly what we're doing in this precise moment. So
Yeah.
give me a few seconds. I'll get the stream changed over for you guys.
I guess I
And,
can't see anywhere the.
I will just
my
deafen up while I do it.
victory.